Alrighty, hopefully I got the sound just at the very end there. So
I was just going to check on YouTube to see if the sound was working, and then it's like, oh, we're on. Okay.
yeah, it's like at the very end. Yeah, we need a longer intro. We need to gauge them
we,
for StreamYard
we
to give us.
need the get ready intro, 4 or 5 hours. No.
You know what I thought about? I actually thought yeah, exactly. I thought about the doing the 12-minute intro because I could have, but then we wouldn't be able to talk to each other. That's the
Yeah,
only
I know. That's the only downside.
yeah,
I
that's
know
the
it.
only downfall. And I mentioned it to them so they know and all that kind of stuff. So it's cool. Hey folks, those of you that don't know, this is Tinkering with
Yeah,
Tech.
well, welcome to Tinkering with Tech. We're gonna actually have a show, not just talk to each other.
There you go. Richard out there, Dan Soderholm. Good to see you, sir. Yeah, actually, yeah, but this is I like to always do a little bit of all this chitter chatter anyway ahead of time. So that gives time to people to get here or get the notification. Yeah. Oh my God, YouTube.
I know. And hey, speaking of notifications, that video that you shared with me about YouTube notifications, if you guys are unaware, YouTube, I think it's YouTube Help. They had, I think that's what it's called.
Insider?
No, it wasn't an insider, but anyway, they had a good video explaining notifications and the huge undertaking that notifications is for them, and that it is important to them, and they're trying to work on that pretty hard. So that's pretty cool.
Anybody that wants that link, I will put that in our in the chat here or whatever I need to do that. I will be glad to do that because it is very helpful, and I did put it in the community as well.
Talking about YouTube
there
notifications.
That's it playing in the background.
Oh, I see. That's it. That's the one.
Yeah. So I'm going to put that into the comments right here. Here is
but don't go watch it now. Save it for later, you guys, because watch
this.
It in
later. Let's put it
this
in later.
is live.
Yeah,
that's Memorex.
That's dead.
Anywho.
I'm going to let you have it so you can add it in whenever.
All right. That's a good idea.
That way I don't just
forget. Yeah, that's a good idea.
And I have it somewhere I can access.
That's right. All right. So we've got Richard and we've got Dan in the house. I'm grateful to you guys for joining. We are going to be talking today about editing videos on a Chromebook. Now, if you have a Chromebook, you know that's like one of those things. Like, okay, I can do just about everything on a Chromebook, but can you edit a video? And can you do it decently?
So true. So very true.
So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna give it a shot, and we're gonna see how this goes. I've got my Chromebook here. This is actually my Asus Flip, and I'm gonna be showing you, instead of sharing the screen, which is a thing that we could definitely do.
We normally do that, right?
Yeah. I wanted you to be able to see me actually touching the screen so that you can see what it's like.
Awesome too. And I just want to say, Heather normally does a show that she does her crafting and stuff, and she has what she's doing, painting and all that kind of stuff. So we talked about this ahead of time. I said, can you just do your camera and have this? And she's like, yeah, I mean, I don't see why it'd be any different. And StreamYard's allowing us to do that too. And and for people that are out there on StreamYard and using StreamYard, can you tell them, did you sign in with a whole different account? Kind of just give them a little bit of that. I know it's it's like an added bonus.
Yeah. So with StreamYard, you mean the way we use it? You and I use it?
Nope. The way you came in with your Chromebook.
Oh, so that I could use this. Okay. Yeah. So I'm in here. Well, let's start with this. So I brought this in by using the link that Michael provided me. And and this is actually signed in. This is into the Chrome browser, signed in as Tinkering with Tech. So Michael is Tinkering with Tech, and my Chromebook is also signed in as Tinkering with Tech. And then I personally, using this camera, signed in as Heather on an incognito window.
That's awesome.
So cool. There were some sound issues. I had to clarify some sound issues with muting one and making sure the other one wasn't coming through on my headset and stuff. But once it was all squared away, we're actually able, because this window that you're looking at here, as well as Michael's window, are both hosts. And the host gets this priority window seating when you do this 3-person view that you were looking at right now. So the host, we figured it out so that the host is actually center stage.
That's awesome. So yeah, so that's so cool. And that's what, hey, listen, this is the kind of stuff we go over in the community and stuff like that. So if you ever want to join the community, feel free to come on in, join our community. I think it's well worth it. The link will be in the description down below. If you ever want to come and join us, it is a paid for community, but
it's $10 a month.
Right.
So, and cancel it anytime. You get the whole month for $10.
That's right. And it's that kind of stuff. But I wanted to bring up, because Richard said this starting off, don't have a Chromebook. You know what? You don't have to. This works on mobile phones as well. And I know you have a mobile phone.
Yeah. And this is actually where I started with today's app. I actually started with my Pixel phone and then went, hey, that's on my phone. I wonder if it'll work on my Chromebook. And sure enough, it do. And that's what we're going to share today. And everything is the same.
Certain Chromebooks, correct?
Yeah, as long as they can get that app. Yeah, as long as they can get apps from the App Store. That's what makes it possible. So
Dan said, I watched Heather's 30-second video earlier. How nice is that?
Yeah, and that was done with another app that we're going to talk about at some point in the future. Michael, you and I haven't had this conversation yet, but we're going to discuss how to use Ripple.
Okay.
To create those cool little videos. We're going to discuss that. So you heard it here first.
Take your word for it.
All right. So like we said, this is actually available on the Pixel phone as well. So it's not just for Chromebooks, but that's not just you're right. Yeah. I'm sorry. Not just Pixel phones. Sorry. I just have one. So all right, we're going to go ahead and get started. This is just a much bigger screen, Richard. So I have opened up the app, which is this little blue icon over here on the right. And I'm going to go ahead and start a new project. And first thing we have to give it a title. And we're going to go through this really quickly. I'm going to show you some of the real basic things, because if you really want to know more, join the community and we will do a workshop on this. But at this moment, we're just going to focus on getting through this one here today.
Getting through the video. That's all we're doing. And if you want, any member that comes in afterward, feel free to come in. We'll answer some questions then too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So, right here on my left-hand side are all the ways that I can bring in information. So I can go to my Google Drive and get videos or pictures, etc. I can get them off of my video capture. Like if I were to take a picture, I put it right there. Also, color board. All of these things are just different. There's images. You can go in and get images this way, and then there's music. And we'll talk about all of these things as we get to them. So let's start with video.
I know you probably didn't test this, but I have a quick question for you personally.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a SD card, will that show up as a choice too, to have files and stuff, or does it?
It must, because I ran out of memory and it told me to get an SD card.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. So okay. Okay. All right, good. I just wanted to ask that.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and select from my videos that I have on my Chromebook, and we're going to go ahead and choose one. The hard part is for me, I have two of them, so this is the one I want right up here. This is actually yesterday's video, and you notice how simple that was? Did you see that?
That was
I wish
crazy.
I could do it again.
You just dropped it in. Well, you can drop it back in, can't you?
That's true, I can. Watch this. I'm just going to tap that. All I did is tap the video. It pops up with these little tips. I decided to leave them on so you guys could see the tips that show up. If you don't want those tips to show up, there's a box right here to uncheck and they'll never pop up again, but let's leave them just so we can see them. And it says remove from timeline. It's a little trash can. You see that right there? I know there's hard to read words, but trust me.
Really read it.
Trust me, that's what it says. So we're going to hit the trash can and voila, it's gone. All right, so let's try it one more time. We're going to go, whoop, I didn't mean to do that one. Okay, so we're going to go right back to I hit the back arrow all the time. I think it's an app thing with me. Okay, so we're going to go back to choosing our video, choosing where our videos are stored, choosing the video we want. You notice I'm just tapping with my finger.
Yeah, that's
I've
awesome.
selected it, and now I'm going to hit the plus sign, and bam, it's there.
It's so cool. I mean, it just
Isn't that so cool? Okay,
you know,
so
anybody that's ever done any video editing in the past, I'm just going to tell you this from being, because I do edit videos all the time. I thought should go all the way to the left. You know what I'm saying? Like
yes,
everything
this
to the
section
left.
right
Yeah,
here.
that whole
Yes.
section. But she's going to kind of show you this. Don't be alarmed by that, because I know I was the first time I did. I was freaking out. I was like, oh my God, I want it to go over here. I want to see.
I honestly, I was too, because I use Power Director on my computer and on my phone and now on my Chromebook. And I'm like, what the heck's the deal? What's all this? What's this about? But yeah, it'll work. Okay. So with our finger, this is just the best. With our finger, we're just going to go ahead and move the time. Do you see this? Do you see?
Yes, that's
Nothing
awesome.
works this simple. Nothing. Okay. Anyway, I'm just so excited. Okay. So we can move our finger along the timeline. Okay. Which is really stinking cool.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So, because we're screwing around so much, it's not loading the main image. Gee, I wonder why, because we're screwing around. But anyway, so, I just went back to where you put in all the main stuff. Here we go. Now it's loading. Did you see that?
I
See,
did.
it's doing some stuff here. So as quickly as it flew into the timeline, it still does need to like render a little bit so that you've got some stuff to work through. But in the meantime, I can play around with it. So it's kind of fun. So let's just, for a second, let's just take a look and see. There's the video. I just hit the play button up there. Now I'm going to hit the pause. Okay. And you'll see all of these little icons here and here. Ignore this line right there, because that's my Chromebook. That's my Chromebook stuff. Okay. Everything else is the app itself. So we've got some icons here, icons here.
Icons exactly what they are, but that's okay. I mean, it's okay. You'll learn those as you go.
Yeah, and I know that kind of makes this part of this a little bit hard to know exactly what they are, but the whole point of this video is to tell you it is possible to edit on a Chromebook, and it's really simple. So don't be intimidated. I will also tell you that I purchased the app. The app is free, and you can start using it, and you can edit and download and everything. It will have a watermark over the top of your video right here that will say Power Director. So if you don't want a watermark, and if you want to be able to share it to more places, then for $34.99 a year,
not bad.
I'm just going to pause for just a minute there. $34.99 a year, you can use this app with no watermark and no ads, nothing. So it's kind of cool. Okay, so this is the video. Notice how the main screen is going to change for us as I move through it. You notice that?
Yep.
Okay. So when I
the point you want to, then too, you can just narrow it down by sliding it right to
exactly. You have no idea how much time I waste searching for the spot I need to go to when I'm using my computer. But anyway, so I have a little bit of an intro, and you'll notice these little bars will change down here. I do an intro that lasts a couple of minutes, and it has these oh, I just realized what this is. This is actually the sped up video. So this is the one I already did. This video that we're looking at here. So anyway, so what happened was when I had the real video, the actual live video, there was about 2 to 3 minutes worth of intro right here. And so what I did was I went to where I wanted to cut, and I said right here, just before I switch it, right there, just before I switch it. See how it just look at how easy it is to move it to right where I want it, right there.
That is really cool.
And then I hit the edit tool, which is not that. Which one is it? Sorry. Oh, I keep touching the wrong thing because I have a glare. Why did it do that? Oh, okay, 1 second. All right, so I get it right to where I want it, and then you tap the thing. Silly me. Silly me, okay?
Tap right where you want to be.
Just tap it on the
Right.
whatever
Okay.
this thing is called,
Yeah,
right?
the timeline. Yeah, the
Yes,
timeline bar.
timeline.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm frustrated because I just realized which video I chose to do this with. So, okay. So you tap it, and then it pops up with the editing tool
Oh, I
up
see the
here.
green dot. It puts a little green dots there too around your video. That's really kind of cool.
Yeah, so
Down at
you
the
know it's
time.
selected. You know it's selected.
That's awesome. So you know what you're editing. That's awesome.
Yes. And then once you select it, then it popped up with the editing tool. And inside of this are all of the ways that you can speed it up, you can cut it,
Oh,
you can crop
cool.
it, you can duplicate, you can change color, you can pan and zoom, you can change the speed. All these things you can do right within this little um, toolbox here.
That's fantastic.
So right below the editing tool is a little knife. You know what we can do with that? We can
Yep.
cut.
Yep. Yep. Cut
So now
clip.
you'll notice I have one clip
Two
here,
different.
and then this clip is now rendering. That's why it's turned green like that. So it's rendering a second clip. So I have a little mark in the middle. Probably see that little
Yep.
white mark there. That
Yeah.
lets me know that there's a cut right there. Okay, so now I could select this first section, and we'll pretend that that's my 3 or 4 minute opening that I don't necessarily want to have, on the replay. I want
Mm.
it to be shorter. So I tapped on it to select it. You see the green dots, and now I will go up to my editing tool, and I will hit the speed. And again, these are tips that pop up. So if you don't do the tutorial, you could just play with this and you'll learn. But so then it tells you drag to adjust your video speed, and it's just a dragging bar here. You can mute the audio. You can have ease in and out. These are all things that you can do, and that was just the tips.
To
So
that
now
one that you've chosen, right? That's to the one that you've chosen. This is the things you
that's
can
to
do.
this
All these
yep, to
different.
this section right here, not to
Right.
the rest of the video, just this section right here.
Yeah, that's good to know. Yep.
Okay, and we're just gonna speed that up.
What would be a reason why you'd want to speed something up, Heather?
Well, for example, you do a 4 or 5 minute intro
Mm-hmm.
like I do 3 4 minute intro because I'm waiting for people to get the notification. I want them to come in, but then when you go to watch the replay, you don't want to sit through 4 minutes of intro.
Right. Exactly. Gotcha.
So on the replay or on the video that I'm going to upload to YouTube, I want this to be much shorter because I don't want to lose my audience in that first retention window there. So I'm just going to speed that all the way up. Notice how my clip down here shrinks. Here, we'll make
Mm-hmm.
it bigger again,
Yeah, that's
and
awesome.
we'll shrink it. That's really cool.
They
And it's
really
so
made it.
simple.
Yeah, they made it kind of easy, didn't they?
Exactly. Exactly. And by the way, we do not have an affiliate with Power Director. I
Right.
just really, really love this program. I use it on my computer, I use it on my phone, and now I use it on my Chromebook. Okay, so that is done. Guess what? There's no save button. There's no save button. So right now, I was staring at this window going, I don't want to back out of this because I want it to stay. You don't need to. It has already saved it for you. So go back, and that's there. Now you can see there's a save button. Maybe you can't tell, but that's a little old-fashioned floppy
Yes.
disk that you can just tap that. And if you had to walk away for any reason, it doesn't matter. It's already saved for you. It seems to have save points all throughout the whole thing without touching that because I walked away not knowing that, and I came back and all my things were still there. So it's good. All right, so then let's just go back to this section. Notice how I tapped on, I was on that. Now I'm going to tap on this. Did you see the green change?
We can't really see that it's
Okay.
green, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. There's like a dot there around the whole thing, and it puts a green frame around the whole thing. Yep. You can kind of see that green dot in
So
between
pay
show up.
attention. Yeah, pay attention to right here,
Yeah.
and you'll see that green dot show up.
Yep.
That green dot end line is all around the rest of this clip. That means it's not selected that area on the left, that
Mhm.
part that we sped up. So now let's go ahead and do something different there. Let's just try this because I haven't done it. Crop and zoom. Now you'll see that it's going to give you some, this is again one of those tips that it's popping up with, pinch to crop the video with your fingers. All right, so let's give it a try. Not there?
Oh, it's probably just rendering a little bit.
I should have clipped it first probably so it would do just a little section. Oh, you know what? Let's try it one more time.
Select it. Yeah, it's got to think. Got to go through the thinking process. I think it's the video that you do. Yeah. Can you, maybe it's already in. Can you push out?
Oh,
there you go.
I was pinching, not make. Okay. Hello, it's like a phone, Heather. Okay, so look at that.
You can get right into the, whatever you're trying to zoom into. Nice.
That's crazy. Okay, that's going to make for a terrible video, but we're just going to see what happens. Let's go back. Let's play it. Let's just see what happens. Oh my goodness, it just stays right there for the whole clip. So let's go back. Let's undo that. We have an undo button up here. What? There's an undo button? Yes, there is. Let's undo that. Okay, back to where we were before. I love this. Okay, so
in order to zoom like a section, I think that's what you're about to do.
Yeah.
You're going to take out a section or a clip of the whatever you're working on and then zoom that particular part of it.
Correct. So let's just find a spot on the video. I'm just trying to find a spot where I start painting some flowers because that would be where we would want to zoom in on. Okay, here we go. Let's back it up just a little bit. Okay, we're going to clip it. First, we have to select where we want. Then we're going to hit the knife to cut it.
Knife, yeah. Razor, knife, whatever it is.
Yeah, I guess it is a razor, isn't it? Then we're going to move this over just a little bit to the end of that flower painting there.
Regular flower.
We'll go to right.
Yeah, you don't need to make it too long because...
No, we don't want it to be too long. Okay, so then we're going to go ahead and select that area. And, whoops, did I select the wrong area? I did. Sorry. I looked away. Sorry about that.
All right. Just somewhere right in there. It's just giving an idea that you can zoom in or...
Okay, so then here we're going to
select
that, and then we're going to hit the knife again. Now we have this little area right here that we are going to do the zoom in. Hit the edit tool, hit the zoom. Oh, I did pass. Heather, pay attention to what you're doing, will you please? Was it crop or was it zoom?
It was crop. You were cropping it so it comes in.
Okay.
Now I wonder, is this also where you can add the, like do it gradually, or is it just going to do it just boom?
It's probably going to do it all at once because I didn't add any key points or anything like that, which I haven't even tried to do that on here.
Okay.
So let's just go back just a little bit to before that clip.
And just see what happens.
See, you can notice where the clip starts and the clip ends because it has these little, they're lightning bolt on a film strip. So, ready?
Mm-hmm. Boom. Yeah. That'd be kind of nice if that was gradual, huh?
All right, that's pretty cool. Let's pause that. All right, you're right. That needs to be a little bit less rough.
Abrupt.
So let's try, yeah, it's kind of abrupt. So let's go ahead and tap that clip. Then let's go ahead and hit the editing tool. And is it the editing tool that I want?
See, what I would do is I think what you would do is undo what you've done. I mean, up into keep the clip, but just the instead of cropping, let's do pan and zoom, because pan and zoom gives you the option to go ahead and fade
All
in.
right, let's try that. So we will undo.
Okay, so I think that.
And then we will go back to, oops, sorry, I forgot to touch it first. And then we will go there. And then we'll go pan and zoom.
There we go.
And we will say the options are no effect, random motion, or custom motion. Let's say custom motion.
Yeah, this is the one that gave you the option to change.
And then we're going to have a start position and end position. Now this is all new to me. I haven't even tried this one yet.
Figures I'd make you do that right in the middle, huh?
I know, right? So let's just, I don't know, let's just see what it does. That didn't do any, oh, I needed, you know why? Pause. Okay. I know why, because I didn't do any.
Oh, you did. You chose it.
Oh, I didn't do this.
Oh yeah, you didn't do the zoom that you wanted. Oh yeah, and then you can move. Now you can take your finger on that little white part down there too, I think, and take it. You know, see how that little window? Yeah, I think you can move that around. I think. Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, and then not exactly sure what that's going to be like, but we'll see.
That's really cool. So it's going to take it from one spot to another spot.
Hopefully.
Pam Duthie, love the cartoon thumbs. Hey guys. Hey Pam, how are you?
Let's just see what it does. Oh, look at it panning in. Look at it zooming in there.
Yep, zooming in. That's really kind of cool, actually. Boom.
Nifty.
Yep.
Nifty. Okay, so after you've worked on some of this stuff a little bit and you get to know some of it, then what it can do at the end, pause, hello. You can add things like text. So I know a lot of people are, you know, this is all great and wonderful, but I like to put, you know, descriptions in my videos or things like that.
I saw your little clip you made and showed me and shared it with me. Oh my gosh, it was so cool. I love the way you were bringing in the text and stuff too. It was really, really good. Very well done.
Yeah, I really want to tell you how I did that, but I don't know now. Let's see. Was it under here? This is crazy because I feel like I've lost some tools that I know I had. There's text. This is so funny. Here we go. Goodness gracious. Okay, so let's just undo that for a second. So I've selected it. That's why there's editing tools. I've deselected it. Now there's no longer editing tools, but now I can add clips, pictures, music, or I can add
text.
You can add text. You can add a video line. You can add image. You can add stickers.
Nice.
There's also this one here, FX, which is what I was trying to find in order to show you how we could go from that transition.
Oh, these are transitions?
Yeah, so you can transition from one thing to another. So kind of cool. Lots of options there. So we'll go back and we will put some text in and we will say, oh my gosh, they have so many options. Like, what do you even do? I don't know. Let's just pick one. Let's just pick this roller coaster. Why not? Sounds good, right? Look at that. Again, just so simple. I tapped on the one I wanted. I clicked the plus sign and voila, it just put it down there. Now let's edit that to make it look like we want it to look. Again, a tip has come over the top here. If you uncheck this box up here, it gets rid of the tips. I left them on so you wouldn't be surprised when you saw them. Okay, and it's so simple. You just tap what you want to edit, and I'm just going to use my keyboard down here, down below. I'm using my keyboard.
While you're typing that in, I'll read a comment out there. Tech for You needs. Hello there. I'm not sure who that is, but I'm glad to have you on. It's awesome to see you. They said used to use this editing software before. Now I'm learning Adobe Premiere Pro. Awesome, excellent. Yeah,
It
we were
is
just
really cool. Very expensive, but
and actually they may have affordable ones for your cell phone or whatever. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if there's a compatible with. I haven't really seen anything. This is what was appealing to me because I have a Pixel book. You have a Chromebook. We both have telephones. We both want to edit something on the go really quickly.
right.
We can do it with this. I
And the
don't
simplicity of this has been amazing. I literally just learned this yesterday.
right,
I
exactly.
installed it yesterday and I'm already using this today. And again, we do not have an affiliate. So we're not trying to sell you Power Director. We're just telling you this has been the easiest tool we've found and it's pretty darn cheap. So
Yep.
all right, so back into I just tapped on it to type. I can keep typing if I want to. Exactly what I want to say. I don't know about tablets. If you can do an Adobe or Adobe, now I got Adobe in the mouth. If you
Yep.
can do
Director.
Android
Mhm.
apps, then this would work real well for you. But anyway, okay, so I don't know if it works on iOS. Somebody who has an iPhone might want to check that out. So this is the editing tool over here for your text. We're going to tap that, and it's going to pop up with this little window here. You can change your font face, and
Oh, you can put borders. You can do that. I
yeah,
mean,
you can make it bold, you can make it italic, you can center it. As a matter of fact, I need to fix this because I want this to, look at how simple this is. I want this to be 2 lines, not 1. I can't see because I've got such a
could it be
weird thing here.
scrolling text as well if you wanted to?
It could be if you would have chosen scrolling text when we first started, but I didn't. Okay, so then you can also pinch and zoom
Resize.
and make the size different like that as well. And
Mhm.
then you can change and make it so it's centered, etc. You can use these tools to center it within the frame itself. Just tapping
Nice.
makes that centered. And then we can change the color to
Yep.
whatever we want to do. And then let's just make it really cool like this. We can go to this next A over here. See the 3 A's?
Mhm.
Those are A's on your screen, right?
Yep.
And this one here, then we can change the size of the outline. We can change the color of the outline. Okay. And then this one is for the shadow. So that was the letter itself, the outline, and now the shadow. And we can make it have a shadow by turning this toggle on. Now it has a shadow that we can move
You can make it
in
as
and
big
out
as
of it.
you want. Yep.
Exactly. And we can have it fill the shadow so it doesn't look
Mhm.
like it's separate.
Mhm.
See how it filled it? Okay.
Mhm.
All right. And
Like
then
an old 70s movie or
do do
something.
do 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 do. Yeah, exactly. All right. So now let's hit play and see what happens because you're going to see what I chose in the beginning instead of scrolling. It is a roller coaster. Remember?
Yep.
Here we go.
So the roller coaster can make it bouncing, isn't it? Oh wow.
Right?
Yeah. That's crazy. That's pretty
Pretty
funny.
nifty. Pretty
Mhm.
nifty. Now that didn't last very long. So let's go ahead. Whoops. Select that. Grab the little ball that's on the end and make it last a little longer. Okay?
Oh, make the text last. I got you. Yep.
Yep. All right. And watch it play.
That's really cool.
Not bad.
No,
And
now I
so
wanna know
simple.
what roller coaster it is, though. That's what I wanna
I
try.
have no idea, but I'm sick to my
Good.
stomach already. But anyway, okay, so that's pretty much it. Now, let's just say that's the end of the show. We've done a great job editing this video, and we would really like this one to go to YouTube or to Facebook or to pretty much anywhere we want it to go. You could save it to your gallery or an SD card. You can hit Facebook and share it there, YouTube, share it there. There's more sharing options, and you can even put it up into the Cyberlink cloud. Cyberlink, by the way, is the maker of this particular app. So, what are some of the different sharing outputs. You can do full 1080, 720, or down to SD 360.
Listen carefully on this one. I know what you're about to say, probably,
Well,
right?
I was gonna say, so I actually saved this two ways. I did it the 1080p, and on my little Chromebook, it struggled. It took an hour and 40 minutes to save that clip that you just saw, an 8-minute video.
Yeah, I wonder what it would be on the phone.
I don't know. But when I did my 720, when I did it on 720, which is still HD, okay, it's still high def, it only took 25 minutes. So that is based on the device itself, though,
Yeah,
as to
exactly.
how well it's going to save or not. I'm pretty sure on a Pixelbook, you're going to do fine. So anyway,
Yeah.
so that's that. Do you guys want to see the video?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, let's go check
Save
it
that,
out.
save that for the community. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, that's a great idea. No, that's a great idea. Too bad. You got to join the community or join us in the after party here. If you're a community member, you can join us in the after party and see it. Okay?
I do have a question out there. Can you set the speed of that roller coaster?
Well,
That's
did you
what
see?
we were doing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Go
did you
ahead.
see? We'll go back to it. If you saw the roller coaster go. So, when I tap on it and I make it go.
So she taps on it, then she takes that ball that's on one of the ends and she drags that, makes it shorter, longer. So it's either slowing it or
So
speeding.
hard. Yeah, it's so hard to see it, to see me touching and making
Yeah.
it smaller.
Yeah. See, so
Because my finger gets in the way, but you
she makes it
see,
real small, and that's really fast. So that's going to be a lot faster. So when
so like
she
this is
extends
long.
it, yeah, that's going to make it really a lot slower coming out. So that's the way you do it.
Yep, that's how you make it slower and faster as far as that particular roller coaster effect. So watch it go.
There's Chris
Super
and Jim
fast.
from Geeks on Tour. Hey guys, how are you guys doing?
Yeah, see how fast that went because it's so short.
Yeah, yep.
But that's because of the effect that I chose. You can also do I'll show you, there's another part that I did here.
Yeah, I think you had one like slide in and then slide out from the right or something like that. I think you had a choice or something where you did something like that.
Yeah, so you see it just sort of type onto the
Yeah.
screen.
Yeah. That's cool. So the text
And then
is
sort of type off. And then there'll be another one that'll come up sort of phased in, phased out.
now, Heather, since you've created this, is it difficult to edit this, or do you need to save it a certain way, or how does that process work, or do you know?
I don't know. I mean, all I did was I hit the produce button down here on the bottom, saved it, and then already put it up on YouTube.
Okay.
Now I
Gotcha.
did add music. I will tell you that I did add music.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And let's take a look at that. So oops, I hit the wrong button again. I do that every time. Okay.
Hey, Warren Wilson.
All right, so let's take a look at music. So they do have up here at the top, movie, picture, music. Let's take a look at music. They have the music sound clips. I was like, oh, cool, it comes with music I can use. I was wrong. This is music you can use, and then you will not be able to monetize your videos because the music in here is copyright protected on YouTube, which makes total sense. But here's another thing I did. I saved music in my Google Drive, and we're going to see how well I saved it.
From YouTube?
I did. I went to the YouTube library and I pulled out some songs I like. And if you see here, I have labeled them. These are all ones that I can use. I have this folder right here. This is my drive that I created these folders. It pulled those out and nothing else because it recognized these as music. Okay. So it says in this folder needs attribution. So I'm not going to use that one right now because I would have to put something into the description in order to use those.
Kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So here's one that has a song that is actually over 5 minutes long. So I know that'll work with this. And I say, hit the little cloud over here. Notice that blue line? It's downloading it from the Google Drive into the app here. Well, it's onto my Chromebook. And now I can play it to hear it if I wanted to, which I don't. So then I select it, and a little plus sign came up over here on this side. So I'm going to show you that again. Well, I don't have anything else to deselect.
Yeah.
So anyway, a little plus sign popped up. I hit that plus sign and it just pops it in there. Now, what if I didn't want it to be right at the beginning? What if I wanted that particular song to be at the end or in the middle or something? There's a certain spot.
Select it, then drag it.
I have to wait for it to finish rendering.
Okay. That's what I would do. That's what I would do.
That's what I would do too, but I don't know if it'll work because, so I select it and then I dragged it. Oh my goodness. And it went right where I want it to go. Maybe I don't want it to go right there. Maybe I want it to go where the words stop. Whoops. Sorry, I went too far.
You could also cut too, right? I mean, you can.
Yeah, you can cut this. You can cut this music. I did do that.
At the end, like if it goes over, if you have a song that goes like 30 minutes and the movie is only 5.
Yep. So here it is. There's the video. Music starts and it plays. And is the music longer than my video? Oh, you know what? I wanted to show this too. I do this and I can shrink up my tracks so I don't have so far to go.
Yeah, that's nice.
To see the end of the movie.
That's kind of cool.
That's a better control of my timeline, which is nice to play in there so I can see where it stops.
It's harder to do. I will say, if you're on your Chromebook and not pinching and doing whatever.
Yeah, you're trying.
That's tougher to do.
I agree. If you have a touch screen, use it.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I picked this up and I move it, and let's just say I wanted it to start about there, but yet the movie ends here. So now I can select that again and I can actually drag it to the end. It's snapped to the grid just like it would.
There you go.
There you go.
Tech for Unique says use fade in and fade out for the music. I don't know if
you can. Yes, you can do that as well. It has those edits up here for volume. You can duplicate it. And there's always helpful tutorials on just about everything you want to do in this app. So it's another reason why I love it, because it's got a lot of help. But we have spent a lot of time on this, which is not what we intended to do. We just wanted to give you an overview that it is totally possible to not only to edit and edit well. I mean, in the past, I've been able to use my phone to edit things, but it's like, you know, it's very minimal. This has a lot of features and it's quite simple. You can do it on your, I know I can do it on an Android phone. I know I can do it on my Chromebook, and I even have Power Director on my computer. And that's how I edit all of my things now.
So it's an app and there's no download. That to me is huge. That's just a big deal. I mean, that's really what's appealing to it too. And for the price too. I mean, you just really can't beat that price for that. I mean, it's just
kind of fun.
It is. And it's well, even if you wanted to just test it out, I mean, they have the free version, like you said, with the watermark, something just to test out and try, just see how you do and see what you, and if you've used video editing software before, it'll come to you probably a little bit easier, but I was actually pretty impressed with, you know, how easy it is for someone that doesn't know.
And like I said, I just installed this on my Chromebook yesterday, and I made one video with it, and I already know how to do multiple things on there that I mean, just by playing around with it. It's kind of cool.
Dan, I like Dan. Dan says, gotta go. Catch y'all later. Don't forget game night on Friday nights.
That's right. Game night Friday night. That's right.
Hit the like button while you're out there too. Dan, look at you. You're a
Thank you, Dan.
Andrew says, editing on a phone just sounds painful. Yeah, I know, Andrew. You know, you can't do it with a landline phone, so sorry.
No, you can't do it with a rotary at all. I mean, you're using that. Yeah, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. But I will say I've done a lot more since getting my Pixel phone. Originally I had the Pixel XL, and now I have the Pixel 2 XL. Ever since getting my Pixel phone, I've done way more work. Like Michael said, I'm an artist and I do a lot of visual stuff. So I need video, I need photos, I need a lot of things that used to take a really robust computer with an immense hard drive to actually work all these programs and do all of these things and and like someone said in the audience, to being able to use Adobe Pro and and all of that stuff I'm able to do as a single business owner, solopreneur, or whatever they call you nowadays. I'm able to do all that stuff myself really quick, really simple, and then get it out there, and I can think about sharing the content a lot less and worry about doing the stuff I love, which is the art, a lot more.
Get some snippets, create a quick video, that kind of thing. Just push it out there. I think that's a cool thing. Keep in mind, it is only on Chromebooks that allow apps. Yes. So if you have a Chromebook that allows apps, then you should be able to download the app and do it that way.
Which some of the older Chromebooks work. I mean, this one here, how long ago did we get the Flip? It was
Flip. Yeah, that's right when it came out. It was such a cheap price that we went ahead and got one. And actually,
it was a gift from Andrew. Yeah,
Andrew Hatchett. I just want to thank him for that. But yeah, he got us all one, so it's kind of neat.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that was a couple of years ago. That was actually several years ago. So even a Chromebook that is a few years old could probably still work on the app. So check it out.
I guess Chris says I just loaded on my Chromebook and it doesn't work. Again, maybe we'll have to check.
Yeah, let's check that out, Chris.
Yeah.
Let's check that out and see why. Maybe your model.
It might be HP.
If you were able to install it, it should work, because your Chromebook should tell you in the App Store it doesn't work on this device.
Yeah. Yep. That's true. Good. Excellent. Good stuff. Any community member, we will put our link into the Discord community, so you will have that link to come join us right in here afterward. We really do appreciate you folks. Appreciate all you do, so we can buy this software like this. This is what we do with the money that we make off of that. It is a paid for community. It's $10 a month. We think it's pretty worth it.
Well, and that $10 a month gets you things like this. Hey, I'm having trouble with my Chromebook. I would really like to be able to edit edit my videos. How do I do it? We purchased the app and we're checking it out, and now we're doing a video for you. So that's how the community works. You get access to things like these free shows that we do, but you also get access to workshops where we may go more in depth with what you really want to learn. And there's the daily tips, which Michael does. I mean, there's a slew of them. And for $10, you get access to every one he's done so far, which is huge. It's huge.
And since we're on that, since we're talking about community member Ross Boundy, okay, she's a community member, been a member since pretty much the beginning, if not the beginning, talks with us about Ecamm and Be Live. So you don't necessarily have to be an expert, but she just uses the product. So she's going to go over that with us and teach us and show us a little something. I know.
Yeah, and that's next week, right?
Yeah, next week.
Yeah.
Yep. And we do, we do StreamYard. We found it. We use it. But so I don't have an whatever.
Yeah, so we don't operate on Macs. Yeah,
so I can't do that. So it's hard for me to do that kind of thing. But I'm open to, hey, bring our community members in. If they know something, let's have them help everybody else too. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, so if you use a Mac and you're looking for a way to stream, next week might be the show you want to watch, because Roz has some experience with it and she's going to share it with us. Yep.
Richard says, talking about the iOS. So he has whatever that is, Luma Fusion, kind of whatever is all that for iOS.
So that works on iOS as far as video editing. Is that what that's about?
I think that's what he's trying to say.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. And you're right. It should tell you whether it's, and so we'll see. I don't know. We'll figure, maybe we can get together and chat about that, Chris, but we're going to go ahead and end the show. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming and joining. We love doing this kind of stuff. Geeks on Tour. Chris, you'll be on in a couple weeks. Hopefully, we'll see you because we're always enjoy Google Photos as well. So,
My
thank you.
favorite Google product. My
Absolutely.
favorite Google product.
Hands down. We were just talking about that. That's what's good is we all learn together, and I agree with what Tech for Your Needs. And I don't know your real name. If you want to put it in there, that'd be awesome. I would just keep calling you that if that's okay. You learn, I learn, we all learn. That's right.
Exactly right. That's the way that should be our mantra, but he already said it, or she already said it. I'm not sure. So
Yeah. There you go. Folks, thank you so much for joining us. We will see you next time. We appreciate you. We appreciate you guys coming out. And just, if you're watching the replay, ask questions in there. I will always bounce back and answer them again later. Thank you again. Thanks, folks. See ya.